Hey, so welcome to the Upselling Strategies 2020. Going to be starting here in a minute or two. Got some people joining late, but wanted to just get it going here. And if you're watching live, can you just type in the messages that you can indeed hear the audio. You never know what can go wrong or right on a Facebook Live. But this is going to be part of our monthly business builders session with SimpleGrowth. So once a month, right around the middle of the month, 15th to 20th, we are going to be coming in and going in and dissecting a part of your service business and show you how to do it. So once again, if anybody's watching live, just throw something in the comments. Hey, I can hear you. Audio is good. And feel free as you're watching the content tonight to put any of your specific questions that you may have throughout the program. And if you're watching this recorded, happy to break that down. I want to say what's up to chat. Gary, hearing is fine here. So beautiful. So we're going to jump into this in just a second here. But if anybody has not basically heard of my background, a story, I'll give you a quick 30-second rendition of kind of how I got in the service business, cut my teeth in the service industry, and now how we're helping probably plus 400 plus service businesses, lawn care, home cleaning, pest control, and a few other industries to automate and create processes in their business. So without any further delay, we are going to get into this here. So let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Like I said, if you have any comments or questions, drop them in here and we will be happy to talk about all the things here. And I've got some time afterwards as well. But once again, this is the second of our monthly business building series here for SimpleGrowth clients, as well as just anybody who wants to learn how to do these things in their service business. So welcome to the webinar. And let's bump that out so we can see it. First thing I want you to do is get in there and turn your speakers up. Make sure you can hear me and get ready. And the thing we're going to be talking about today is how should we set up our sales system? So foundationally, from the beginning of Callahan's lawn care, 25 years in the service industry, started out literally freshman year in high school, working my way through college, and then making that fateful leap into full-time entrepreneurship, having 3 or 4 trucks actually full-time while I was in college. There was a lot of things that we needed to figure out. And obviously some of the things we got right, we were lucky enough to figure out. Other things we quite honestly failed at. And one of the most pivotal points in my career was the ability to go out to meet with Jonathan Potoshnik of the Lawn Care Millionaire. And basically went to a 2-day roundtable with him. And the thing that as we were about to break $1 million and well beyond that we needed to figure out is how do we set up our office to handle an influx of $35,000 or $40,000 of advertising spend in about a month and a half in upstate New York. So my business was doing lawn care and snow removal, but if you're not in lawn care or snow removal, don't worry. This is going to be applicable for lawn care and home cleaning or any service business for that matter. But one of the things that I went and learned with when I hung out with Jonathan was that I wanted to see how do we set up a sales machine and a process inside the office to handle the influx of 1,100 to 1,200 estimates a month is what we were seeing in the very condensed sales season in upstate New York. So my question was, well, after I set up this office and a workflow to standardize it and be able to be delegated, should I go out and try to sell all our services at once, only sell certain services, or should I just do what everybody else in my market is doing that seems to be, on at least on face value, successful? So as we dive through this today, we're kind of going to dissect these questions and what best practice is now in 2020 and beyond, and how even some of the things with COVID right now are affecting the way we sell and the way people buy. So this is, I'm going to foundationally start from lead acquisition and how to go in and set up a sales machine that can be delegated through volume. And then the second half of the talk is really an upsell strategy and how we've seen in my business, as well as a lot of the businesses we're working with, where they actually have gone out and gotten 80 to 100, over 200 estimates, literally in a matter of a day or two, from upsells from their existing client base and their leads inside their CRM, their customer relationship management software. So whether it's Service Autopilot or another platform, this is going to be applicable. But I'm going to basically give you the step-by-step secret sauce in the second half of the talk, how to go out and explode your sales in the end of 2020. And the other thing that I'm going to kind of break down before we get into this is that most service businesses, especially lawn care and home cleaning, your overhead is really heavy in the beginning of the year because there's a lot of upfront costs to get those service businesses going. So when you get to August or September of the year, you've recovered the majority of the overhead, those expenses. And now every additional sale you put on there is really driving a bottom line profit. So most business owners, including myself in the early years, by August, September, let's face it, we're burned out. We're hoping for the end of the season, fall cleanups, whatever that may be in the lawn care industry. We're just looking for that light at the end of the tunnel to be done. Same thing with our folks in the home cleaning. They're looking to get to that holiday rush for deep cleans and additional stuff like that, and just kind of get to that holiday break. But what I'm going to propose here is we don't let up, and we have a systematic and focused way to go in throughout the whole entire year, but especially right now at the end of the year. And I'm going to show you how to increase your client lifetime value by 75% or even 100%. So if your average client is worth, say, $2,400 or $3,500, I'm going to show you how to take that and at least put 75%, if not 100% additional revenue in there through the process. But before we go in and actually look at the upsell process, I thought it would be a complete disservice to everybody watching if we don't tackle the front end. How do we systemize a sales process that goes in and answers these overall questions that we're going to be answering in the first half of today's talk? Is, should I try to sell all my services at once? Should I sell only certain services, or just do what everybody else in the market is doing that seems to probably at face value be successful? So here we go, diving into that. But the first thing I want to talk about is life cycle marketing and how there is some holes in your sales pipeline. And if you've seen this, it's going to be a quick refresher, but it's something that I like to look at least twice a year, 3 times a year, because we seem to forget where the holes in our sales pipeline are. So literally from lead acquisition through estimating to upselling and the additional things we're going to be talking about. So if you're looking at this from the left-hand side, we are paying good money through Facebook, AdWords, 9-around, banner ads, Facebook Messenger ads to drive people to our website. So the first thing is you're doing an audit before we get to our upsells is, do you have something on your website to capture the people that aren't ready to actually ask for an estimate or engage with your Facebook Messenger bot for automated estimating? We want to set up a thing called a lead magnet. We want to grab their first name, last name, and email so we can start to nurture them. So when they're ready to buy, we are top of frame of mind, and we provided value through reciprocity. In addition, if you haven't done it yet, it sounds crazy in 2020 that somebody maybe has not done this, is we want to get a Facebook pixel on our Facebook page so we can retarget the people that have hit our website that have not necessarily engaged with us, but we can send them paid or organic retargeting to increase that expertise and value that we provide to them. So that's the first trash can in your sales funnel or hole. But basically, if you don't have that lead magnet, you're throwing money out the way because you're spending good money to drive traffic there. We need a way to capture it and retarget it. Now, once you drive them into your sales funnel, we've got a thing called short-term education. And if you are following the methodology that myself and Marcus Sheridan, who wrote the book They Ask You Answer, are following, this is something we did in my service business 8-9 years ago. I learned this through some teachings over at Infusionsoft. Marcus Sheridan was over at HubSpot. We were doing the same thing. We are educating the consumer specifically to the service they're interested in, framing you as the expert to create that higher perceived value. You can charge the highest price, and we're overcoming any sales or price adjustments particular to the service they're interested in, whether it's weekly lawn mowing or weekly cleaning. We're talking about all the things that come up as objections. So do I need to be home to have the lawn mowed or the house clean? Is there certain insurance I should be looking for? Are you going to close the fence gate behind you and for lawn care? Are you going to make sure the door's locked behind you for home cleaning? So you want to shorten that sales cycle and then through education, raise that perceived value. Next thing is an automated estimate follow-up. So we call this 20 days to close at SimpleGrowth. But basically what it is it's an automated estimate follow-up that follows up via automated text, email, and phone calls that are assigned to a specific person with a call script, or tying to a product like Send Jim doing a ringless voicemail bomb. So we need to have that funnel, part of the funnel kind of plugged. But if the estimate is lost, do we have a way to nurture them for the next 6 to 12 months and then reactivate them through the upsell process that I'm going to be showing you later in the talk? Now, if the sale is made and we get a one-time sale? Do we have an automated process or even a manual process to upsell a reoccurring service? So the whole idea of upsells is taking the existing client lifetime value and either raising it by 75% or 50% or 100% and doubling that client lifetime value through an upsell. So if you have a one-time service such as a deep clean in the home cleaning industry or a maybe spring cleanup in the lawn care industry, do we have a way to automatically trigger an upsell to a reoccurring service? Now, if we're lucky enough to get that reoccurring service, I'm going to call a gateway service, and we're going to dive into that in a little bit, what that is, and answer some of those questions we started out with. The idea is we take that gateway service and we upsell another reoccurring service, and then we're going to go in and cross-sell. And if we have a lost estimate or canceled service in there as well, we're going to bucket those up, and through our upsell process, go in and reactivate them and start a new client in, and then create a systematic way to upsell and continue to double or triple that client lifetime value through an automated or even a manual process if you're not ready to automate. So a quick example of this is building a list and a lead magnet. So that's what I just talked about in the beginning of that flow. What is a lead magnet? So it can be a video series, a white paper, or a how-to guide with pictures. I don't care what it is, but you should have something on that website to capture at least first name, last name, and email, just like we have the 6 reasons to hire a professional video series. As we went out to the Service Autopilot group, the Elite Academy, this is something we built for the elite members, but we wrote your big 4 lawn care essentials, and that was a lead magnet that these folks are using now on their website to capture folks that aren't ready to request an estimate, but we're capturing that traffic we've driven organically or paid to that website. So the idea here is we really want to go in and anchor our business with 2 to 3 core reoccurring services. So this is something that Jonathan Potoshnik of the Lawn Care Millionaire talked about at SA5, their conference, in his Dominate the Market talk. And this is something that we've continually talked about at the Service Autopilot regional events that Jonathan Potoshnik, myself, and Scott Howard and Chris Volpe have been doing around the country, whether it was in New York, San Diego, and some other locations. These are things that foundationally my business were extremely successful. I'm assuming we're probably successful in Jonathan's lawn care business, City Turf. So what the premises is of is we want to use digital marketing to cast a broad net. So what we're going to do is go in and basically do a geofence in, say, Facebook, and target all the people that are in your service area, or upload custom audiences of list of prospects from Service Autopilot or whatever service software you're using. And we're also going to use that Facebook pixel that we talked about in that customer lifecycle marketing diagram earlier to target them. So we're going to use digital marketing through custom audiences, geo-targeting, and a Facebook pixel to go out and target people geographically throughout your whole entire service area. Now, obviously, route density is the key and the success of the game. So what we want to do next is go in and use offline marketing to zero in for route density. And the way we can go in and do this is through Smart Maps or Maps Pro and Service Autopilot V2 or V3 to create a lead list. We can use something like Send Jim and go in and do 9-arounds automated, or manual 9-arounds where you go to the home that you've signed up and you physically postcard the 9 houses around there 3 to 5 times to build that route density. But the idea here is we want to go online and cast that digital net across our service area and then hone in to offline marketing to make that happen. And I'm going to go through a couple different ways we did this. In addition, that offline marketing, getting you near the end of the year, it's not too late, but depending on the region of the United States or Canada you're in, when you're driving through your service area or the neighborhoods and residential that you're looking at, you can usually tell by the markings of the mower that those homes have been commercially cut. So what we did in my business is we literally took a notebook, pen and paper, and drove down each street that we service and the streets in between, and wrote down like 1, 2, 3 Main Street on the top, and then just the house numbers sequentially down. So what we did is we took a database that we created of almost 10,000, or actually probably over 10,000 homes in the Rochester, New York area. We had college kids come in in the off season to measure and create property specific pricing, and then did a direct mailing campaign to these homes with property specific pricing to go out and build route density. But not only were they in our service area in the neighborhoods we're already in or the neighborhoods in between, but we could tell pretty much without a doubt that they were having a commercial service them. So it was very interesting, the fact that most of our competitors at this point literally thought that we were following their trucks and stealing their clients, but we weren't. What we were doing is a combination of digital marketing for the last 7 or 8 years through Facebook and different online medias, and then we would go in and do offline marketing and create a list of qualified clients with property-specific pricing, postcards, mailings, and I'll get into the details there, how we did that. But I had a gentleman actually come up to me, believe it or not, in a local pub and introduce himself. And I said, hey, let me buy you a drink. And he goes, well, before you do that, I've got an issue with you. Well, what's that? He goes, well, you've been following my trucks and knocking on the doors and stealing all my customers. I was like, well, you got to be kidding me. Like, no, we don't operate that way. But since he had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, he thought that was the only way we could literally run him out of 4 or 5 neighborhoods that he was in. But the way we did it is we did property specific pricing through going in and driving through those neighborhoods and building a list. We went in and did direct mailing in those areas. And in addition, we did a manual version of what SendJim does now, automated, to drop a pin on the new home and take the 9 to 12 homes around it and do 3 to 5 mailings to build route density. So we are systematically reinforcing our lettered trucks, our uniformed employees, and then offline marketing to build route density. So that is the key, or one of the keys to success. Now, obviously, later in the talk, I'm going to show you how to upsell this without having to do these manual processes. But I want to break down how we've done this. And the idea is we want 2 to 3 core services. And in lawn care, that's going to be probably your lawn mowing, your fertilizing, something that you can measure through satellite imagery and have a production rate-based estimating system through your office or virtual assistant. Now, home cleaning is going to be a little bit different. We want to be able to tie in through a phone intake form certain things as how many living areas, number of pets, peoples, different variables that you're gonna go in and figure out what that, as Debbie Sardone calls it, the dirt code. In addition, maybe tie into a product like Zillow to actually get the livable square footage. But the idea is you want to tackle probably your top to bottom deluxe and a weekly or bi-weekly clean. Those are your 2 to 3 core services. We're not going to be focusing on move in, move outs that way, or post-construction cleans. We want a core group of reoccurring services that we can then upsell off of that. So hopefully that makes sense depending on the industry you're in. So online marketing, the Facebook pixel here, we want to use the knowledge we gathered about them to build that strong relationship. So we want to target certain users that have gone into your website. So maybe your whole particular website or maybe particular pages. So if you're in versus lawn care, we're going to target them with different ads. And then we want to know how many visitors converted seeing a particular Facebook ad. So this is why this pixel is very important. So some of the stats that I did, most sales take over 43 days to convert. At my business, it took around 64 days to convert. They didn't convert in the first day or two. And on average, they will click 5 CTAs or calls to action before buying. So it's important to have that lead magnet, videos, white papers, a different barrage of media to engage the future consumer before they actually go in and request that estimate. We want to be providing free, valuable content to let cold leads know, like, and trust us before they buy. So we got to build through education that value, and then through that reciprocity, hopefully they come back and ask us when they're ready. So really quickly, some of these screenshots may need to be updated a little bit, but the idea here is I want to show you basically what's going on when you go into Ads Manager, Business Manager. We're going to go into pixels. We're going to go in, and most people are using a brand awareness ad. That's probably the most traditional way of doing this in Facebook advertising. So once you're in, this is the shot of it, and we're going to create a campaign name. And once you're in there, you can go in and create a custom audience based on a URL or the URL contains. So this gives you the ability to retarget, probably with a small budget, folks that have been to a certain page on your website or any page on your website. So that is that retargeting with that Facebook pixel on a very, very high level, obviously, but I thought it was helpful just to kind of bring that up and expose what that looks like. And even if you're not doing these Facebook ads yourself, you want to go out to a product like or a company like Digital Marketer and do some research, at least be educated enough so when you're hiring a professional, you know what they're doing and what they're not doing, and you can talk the talk. So the next thing is, once we sell those core services over the phone, we're really going to downsell to gateway services. So it's kind of almost like a drug dealer. You're going to get them hooked on something quick, and then we're going to upsell them later. And that's what the main core part of this talk is going to be. But we want to sell these core services over the phone. So whether it's lawn care or home cleaning, we're going to use Maps Pro or satellite imagery, such as like a product like Service Autopilot. If you're in home cleaning, we want to go into Zillow and grab the livable square footage, or potentially in Zillow for the gross lot square footage, if that's applicable in your service business. Next thing, we're going to utilize the thing called custom fields. These are those job variables. So it could be the turf square footage in lawn care, or the home square footage in home cleaning. And the idea is, once we have those custom fields being tracked, a price matrix is going to automatically calculate a price, a budgeted time, and a cost before profit. So these price matrices are going to lend themselves to fast, accurate pricing that can be delegated to your office or a virtual assistant literally halfway across the world. We also want to have pre-built estimate templates to ensure there's speed and accuracy and consistency in the estimating process. So offline marketing to build route density, I talked about 9 around. So if you're looking at this screenshot here, we're left clicking in a product that we use, Service Autopilot. And each one of these houses here is getting a number next to them. And right here on the left, so it's under the CRM leads or client screen, and you can go in and add this in here. But we can create a lead list. So this is what we did digitally, or when we drove through, we wrote down the numbers. We're creating a list that can then be updated, and we can go in and measuring at property-specific prices to build route density. But literally by clicking on each house, it drops the address on the left. So whether you're going to automate it through SendJim or manually do this in Service Autopilot, it is well worth the while, because that's how you can go in and dominate those areas. And then that's pretty much why the gentleman at that bar punched me in the face, because he thought we were stealing his accounts. But we were just systematically going in and creating a list and selling to them. But the idea is we want to have 2, maybe 3 core gateway services, sell them off, sell them over the phone, and then we go to build those route density with the offline marketing of 9 arounds. In addition, we want to go in now and measure online and quote and close the sale in minutes. So in the lawn care example, we're measuring it here, and we've got the turf square footage, and that's going to calculate a price. Home cleaning, we'd grab Zillow and say it's 2,800 square feet. That's our custom field or variable to create a quick and easy estimate. Pretty cool with Zillow too as well for home cleaning. You can go in and obviously, if it's a new owner, things may have changed, but at least the scope and the layout of the house, you're going to get a pretty good idea through that Zillow really quickly. So you have that bookmarked, and the office staff is just pounding through there. Now, streamline your pricing with the matrix and provide property specifics online. So this is a commercial property where we'd go in and measure the gross lot square footage and then subtract out the building and the pavement areas. But we want to streamline it, so we measure it, and then we tie that into a pricing matrices. So next thing is, now that we've kind of cast that digital net and then gone somewhat offline to our driving around to get the addresses for property specific pricing, and doing those 9 rounds, offline marketing with that property specific pricing can be sent out to a mail house. So this is a picture of me a few years ago, actually. And then each one of those bags is filled with direct mail pricing. So it was a combination of the property specific pricing that we drove around, property specific from the automated online 9 rounds, and full page inserts in the local newspaper, not included in this picture, but we'd have a full page ad, and those ads would go out over 9 weeks. So it was 3 different ad copies that were alternated. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the biggest thing is, if you're looking to spend $35,000 or $40,000 advertising, or even $1,000, I would much rather see you hit each home 3 to 5 times than 40,000 homes once. So it's the repetition, the 3 to 5 times is what is going to drive that success. So we had a little in this picture here, we had a little over 300,000 plus direct mail pieces. And those bags are packed. I mean, that was what we did. And being in upstate New York, the sales season is very, very small. So we had to hit it hard and we had to hit it accurately. So we were able to quickly figure out what worked and didn't work. And the things I'm talking about were the keys to success for scaling that company and dominating those local neighborhoods. And once those phones started ringing, we had to have a way to get those estimates up and running. So in lawn care, we created a very templated estimate where it tracked on-site estimate time, a price, a budget time, and cost before profit. And we're able to track the different postal codes or zones for drive time. But all the consumer saw was one line, but behind we had an on-site and a mobilization charge so we could separate that. And that's how we did that. So we measured everything online and it calculated a price, budget time, and cost before net profit. Now in a home cleaning example or disinfecting now with COVID, there's several different ways you can do this in either industry. But the idea is in this example, we had home cleaning for a top to bottom deluxe based on a 1,200 square foot home from a high-low range. It was budgeted between 8 and 10 hours, between $360 and $450 for the price. So this is something in the lawn care industry that we've adopted as well to do a high-low price range for spring and fall cleanups. People don't want to say it's a minimum of $250 and an extra $50 per man hour. We can give them a high-low price range so they know kind of what they're getting into. So the idea of this is no matter the service industry, we are able to really dial this down and be able to do hourly pricing, exact pricing, or high-low price range. And we want a templated estimate. So we add that template and based on the square footage, minutes or hours, or some variables for high-low price ranging, that estimating process is standardized and can be delegated. And we can sell those gateway services over the phone in minutes, not waiting days for those estimates, because speed wins the game today. And most people don't want us at their homes, especially in the middle of a post-COVID situation that we're in right now. So the next thing you really want to look at here, in my opinion, is the using video in your sales process. So once again, we're not really doing a lot of these estimates in person and we're getting them out as quick as possible. So if we cannot close the sale over the phone, we email out this estimate and we have videos that play live inside the estimate's description and live videos that play live inside the video, inside the estimate and the bottom of the estimate. And the whole idea is we're talking about what's included, not included, and overcoming those sales or price objections. So once again, this is your 24-hour, 7 days a week automated estimator. So we're removing what's in the business owner's head and kind of electronically or digitally putting this into play. But these things are going to close sales and create a systematic way to fill up that pipeline. Now, obviously, what we're going to jump to in the next few slides is how do we create an upsell process once we've built a streamlined process of selling gateway services by first casting that digital net and then going to offline marketing to build route density. So as you look at it, we want to look at the nurture, the conversion, and the upsell. So the estimate requester from the office is going to get a lead letter. Those are the 5 or 6 main reasons why we're different and why our business is different. So once again, we're nurturing them and differentiating ourselves. Before the estimate, we're doing short-term education. And then our 20 days to close process, that's that automated estimate follow-up via automated email, text, and phone calls with call scripts. But now that once we get them into the one process, I like to call this welcome and wow, we're acclimating them based on a welcome email. We're doing a 30, 60, and 90-day follow-up on all reoccurring services. If it's a one-time service they sign up, we're only following it once. But we're going in to nurture and then upsell. So in the middle of the month, actually the beginning of the month, we've got a newsletter that's going to go out. It's going out to everybody in our database. And we're educating what they should be doing in their yard or home a month in advance. So maybe we're talking about the benefits of aeration and overseeding in the lawn care industry right now in a soft one-liner, and we're telling them how to do it as a professional. But a soft one-liner at the bottom, by the way, we're here to help if you need some help with that. Or at home cleaning, as we get closer to the holiday seasons coming up, we're talking about the proper way to do a fridge and stove clean out with a soft upsell opportunity there. And then in the middle of the month, I'm going to recommend you segment your lead and customer database so you can have especially monthly promotions or education based on them being a lead or customer. So we're not alienating either group. And then the final part, which I'm excited about, is what we're talking about today. How do we go out and upsell additional services here 5 to 6 times a year to go in and raise that client lifetime value by 75 to 100%. And that's going to be what we're going to dive into right here over the next couple of slides. So we want to nurture through organic social media content. We're going to provide that free, valuable information that people want and need. And we're going to create that higher perceived value and create you as the local service expert. So just like we're doing here at SimpleGrowth, I'm going out on a daily process and just telling people how to do what they need to do in their software or their business that we've learned from. And we're creating a higher perceived value. And then when people are ready to get some help with their automations or pricing matrices or anything else that we tackle, we've established ourselves as the actual expert. And they're hopefully going to be looking to us first. We want to do the same thing in our service business. And that's exactly what we did in my lawn care company. Then once we do that, we want to create that short-term nurture. So we educate on the specific service once they've hit our website that they're interested in, or if they've called, and address those sales and price objections up front. So we're going to shorten that sales cycle. Now, conversion, 20 days to close. There's a couple key things in here if you're going to automate this yourself. We want to create some scarcity. Spots are filling up fast, and we do not overbook, so you better act quick. There's a deadline within 20 days. So the 20-day contact in the automation, literally, if you take it out of the box the way we build it, literally says, hey, do we have permission to close out your estimate? So you've set the expectation for that client that if they don't accept the estimate, in the next day or two, they may have to get a whole new estimate because it's no longer available. It's not accurate. And a call to action. So call or text us back to save your spot. So we've created scarcity, a deadline, and a CTA, that call to action. And like I said, they're going to click about 5 CTAs before they even get to the estimate process. So hopefully you've dialed that repetition in and they're going to click that and sign that electronic estimate. So follow up to upsell more profitable work. So this is what we're talking about. And unfortunately, a lot of service businesses, the owner is still in the field or just doesn't have the team to do this. So I'm going to talk about how to put a process in place somewhat manually, and then I'm going to show you how to automate it and show some real life examples of what actually happened. But this is the heart of it. So we're following the process of online marketing for the digital net. We're going offline to build route density. We're downselling for our core services. So lawn mowing or fertilizing, or maybe top to bottom deluxe with a weekly or bi-weekly cleaning, things that we can estimate over the phone. Let's not complicate it. So in the beginning of the talk, we said, should I sell all my services, only certain services, or whatever my competition's selling? The answer, in my opinion, is we sell our gateway services to get them in. And within about 30 days, we do an on-site inspection. An example for lawn care is we're going in and we're collecting all the custom fields or job variables. And then based on the timing of the year, we can trigger an automation in Service Autopilot or whatever the software is to do an upsell based on your inspection. So the customer is seeing you as an inspection for QC, but really what we're doing secondhand is grabbing all the data on there. So turf square footage, linear bed edge, big, small, medium, large shrubs, whatever those things are we can't measure online, we're collecting it through an on-site estimate form on our mobile, and we're collecting that data. And then, and only then, when they're saved in custom fields, they are going to be referenced in potentially in our automations. Or if somebody calls, we can use those custom fields to create extremely fast estimates. So we really need to look at this because it's the non-sleazy strategies for upselling your customers. We don't want to be sleazy. We don't want to go out and make the mistake of a lot of the big companies going out and doing huge email broadcasts and literally saying, hey, it's time for fall cleanups or aeration and overseeing or stove or fridge cleanouts in the home cleaning industry. Those are the things that start to destroy your email deliverability engagement. So my favorite is one of my mailing lists. I always get these emails, once a month or twice every other month. And it literally says, hey, it's time to do this service. This is why you should do it. And it's all really good content until you get to the last sentence. If you've already signed up for this service, disregard this. So now it's an instant credibility loss. So what I'm going to talk about is the way we build our automations or the way you should build your automations, or if even if it's a manual process, we got to have some triggers in place. So do they have an estimate already in the pipeline for the service? Have they scheduled the service? Is it scheduled as a one-time job or recurring job? Or Is it a waiting list job? So if you're using Service Autopilot, it may not be obvious that maybe they've already signed up for that fall cleanup in the spring to get it off their to-do list. But there's certain logic based in the automation that you really need to go out and check to make sure if these conditions exist. Don't upsell in the service like the emails I've been getting, because it's a credibility loss. So in life cycle marketing, we want to talk specifically to where they're at in the customer life cycle and make it meaningful and not look automated. And if you do an email broadcast and you don't have any of that logic, that's where you can look really, really stupid and actually upset some people. So the idea here is we want to be able to standardize everything with logic. And in order to standardize that, there's things we want to do. So we want to focus primarily on your customer experience and goals. So obviously, if I was a consumer of that business that I got on their email list, that wouldn't be a good experience. So for accurate upsells, you need to standardize the following. And we need to standardize the scheduling service names for tracking. So when we have a weekly or bi-weekly service, no matter the industry, we should have a standardized naming convention so we can simply go in through an automated or manual process to filter out all the people that already have it. Estimate service names should also be standardized for tracking, because if they're already getting an estimate for it, we don't want to go out and double the upsell processes there and look like we don't know what we're talking about. And then a renewal process. So if you're in a northern market or a market that requires renewal for those services, they don't run forever till they cancel, we need to know about the standardized service and how we standardize the renewal process. So we're not peppering people that are in possibly a renewal process with an upsell. And then loss estimates need to be up to date and closed out in a timely manner for tracking. So not only are we talking about our current client base, but if the upsells are done right in the way I'm going to show you, we can go out to people who've canceled your service and loss estimates for that particular service and also include them or exclude them in the upsell process based on your desired outcome. So accurate upsells really require standardized service names, standardized estimate service names, renewal processes, and loss estimate and cancel documentation in your software. So thing we really want to do now is identify customers with a real need for additional services. So once again, I'm gonna get some of these crazy emails that if I was in the system, they could see that I obviously am not a customer. I haven't interacted for an estimate. Maybe I hit a lead magnet, but I'm going to focus my primary efforts on upselling efforts to the customers with an evident gap in their current plan. So maybe somebody that has lawn mowing but doesn't have fertilizing, or maybe somebody that has weekly or bi-weekly cleaning but hasn't had a deep clean in, say, the last 12 to 18 months. So we want to identify that gap. And where I'm going to suggest is we start with 5 to 6 seasonal upsells based on what your current client or lead is missing in their program currently. So it is automated but personalized based on their needs and where they're at. We really want to not only drive that client lifetime value, but we want to go in and actually provide value. So seasonal upsell examples here in timing for lawn care. Market. So when we build these clients, we build them out to your specific city and the service timing. So that it's built, it's not a generic setup. It's customized right to the actual service in your market. Because even markets that are pretty close to each other, they vary by several weeks. So spring cleanup, the timing we're looking at is 3 or 4 weeks before the cleanup season. Fertilization, if it's an upsell, when the first weed pops up, so there's that urgency, they see the pain. Shrub pruning around the start of the first pruning season. And we can upsell the first and second pruning, possibly the third pruning, depending on your market. Grub control. So maybe we have fertilizing clients that don't have grub control or ant, maybe fire ant control, depending on the part of the season. Right when the grub damage starts to show, that's the urgency and that's the pain. And when that hits, we want to time it right to that week or the week before. So it's top of frame of mind. Aeration and overseeding coming in. Late August is a perfect time to go out and drive those bottom line profits. Fall cleanups, early October. Holiday lights, maybe late October. But the idea is we want to have 5 to 6 of these upsells bucketed up and ready to go based on the pain points and urgency around that seasonality. So some examples and timings of this, we've already kind of dialed in here for the 5 or 6 core services as examples. But let's say our current service here is lawn mowing. So let's say we're charging $45 a cut and there's 30 cuts in this market. So that's $1,300 and change here of reoccurring lawn mowing revenue. But if they're just a lawn mowing client, let's use that example of spring cleanup, fertilization, shrub control, grub control, aeration, overseeing, and fall cleanups. So through our systematic process, we're going to go out from the spring all the way through the fall and upsell each and every one of these. And I put some pricing in here, just ballpark what they would be. So the spring cleanup's $175, fertilization over 5 apps is $325, shrub pruning over 2 visits is $600, grub control $125, aeration overseed $500, and fall cleanups $300. So possible upsell total is around $2,000. So let's say the person only bought 50% of the seasonal upsells. What we've done there is created a 75% increase in revenue. And this is not uncommon. I actually would say this is conservative based on the stats we've pulled from SimpleGrowth customers using our upsells. I'm not saying you need to use service growth, our SimpleGrowth upsells, but this is the kind of results we're seeing in my company as well as other companies we're working for. So on average, if you had 300 clients and leads in that database and we could sell 50% of them, 150 of them on upsells based on this example, if this was the average, it would be an extra $151,000 of revenue literally working from your current database in your software. So obviously, I don't know about you, but going into the end of the season, I wouldn't mind picking up an extra $75,000 to $150,000 of revenue that we can continue to build upon at the end of the season. And that's what we're seeing pretty conservatively in most service businesses that are using these upsell models that we've been building out. So not only is it enough to have this in place with the timing and market specific timing, but we really need to deliver immediate value to the customer. So they're going to trust us, hopefully, if they're an existing client. But we need to really provide value as soon as possible with quick wins. So demonstrate that you're fully committed to bringing real returns to your customer from day one of the upsell. So if we're going out and doing aeration overseeding, we need to actually be doing the service properly so they have real-time results and actual results they're seeing. And then we're going to continue to engage and reinforce that value into the next upsell cycle and show that your products or services can help them in their yard or home. So explain that through education of how they're actually going to make things better and ease the process of them not having to do it. But really, it's not enough to just have an upsell, but we also need to have an immediate return on investment to reinforce the additional seasonal upsells that we're going out through the season for. And through some of the education, we want to make sure the products or services will help with their yard or home. And we're going to explain that through different education, such as aeration and overseeding with some graphics of how we pull the core aeration out and we improve the root thickness and different options that or benefits that may provide. So we need to go in and tackle that. So if you're hanging out here, I'm going to answer some questions here in a minute live of how we tackle this or any questions you may have. But the main thing I want to really dive into here is it's not enough for me to really talk about this, but I want to give some examples right off of Facebook where people have actually used our upsell automations and some of our automations. So Brian Ring here this year when it ended up, I could not believe 30 estimate requests from current clients with a simple click of a mouse. And the phone is nutso and a few website hits. Ice Cube said it the best. Today was a good day. I want to say say thanks to Mike and the team at SimpleGrowth. So this is direct response that was unsolicited from our clients that have used this. So even if you're not using us, a lot of people don't believe that this actually works. I want to give you some social proof. Steve Halbisi, a number of people in the pipeline. Our first one closed today while it was just going to be under $3,200 in sale. So Steve right here, literally in the first day or two, closed a $3,200 sale through the process. And now basically saying now it's all taken care of. I can easily follow up consistently and know exactly where people are in the cycle. So this is how Steve tackled it. Kristen Mutenberg said, hey, I wanted to double the size of my business in 3 years. As of today, they're up 45% so far this year, and 20% is in new mowing and maintenance services. This is just another thing here that I've been making upsells, following up, and early scheduling so much easier with this busy spring. And she's talking about how 20 days to close had her back to follow up on those estimates and upsells when she set them out. Once again, Krista came back again later that year or the following year and said, hey, woke up to 8 fall aeration service automation requests. That's part of our upsell process. Jeremy Govera actually listed today, based on the spring upsell process for mulch, that he received nearly 200 mulch requests in probably about a week and a half. So these sound unbelievable. So I wanted to just share some of these public success stories that it's not unusual to get 70 or 80 estimate requests in 2 to 3 hours with a systematic upsell with the logic in doing these things. And a couple other ones, Matt Green, right here, posted on the Service Autopilot group, still running pretty strong. SimpleGrowth upsell emails have been great. Got the maintenance estimate request for turf care clients this morning. Rudy Roeder, shout out to Mike Callahan and SimpleGrowth team. First upsells email, first snow upsell email went out today, and we are swamped with inquiries. And Hobie Barrett, upsell emails are awesome. We got 6 estimate requests from the first one sent out today as part of a holiday light package. That's in the middle of or the end of July. He's already selling estimates for holiday lights in November. So the timing of this definitely will work. And that is, kind of some of the success I wanted to show you of what's going on in these upsells and what's going on with the client base there that's using this. So one of the final things I wanted to show you is whether you're lawn care or home cleaning, if you hung out with me today, I've got an absolutely great killer special. I call it a brain dead offer. And basically what it's going to include is 5 automated upsells, complete setup and testing by SimpleGrowth, and 5 easy payments with no interest. So traditionally, something like this is going to go for $1,500. But what I'm going to do is give to you for $1,250 with 5 monthly payments of $249.50, no interest for the one-time setup fee, and it's $99 a month for support and updates. And if you don't have Service Autopilot or Pro Plus, no worries. If you sign up with us and we set this up for you, I can get the $247 sign-up fee waived when you work with SimpleGrowth. So what I'm going to suggest doing is I want to break down some of these. Hold on. So what I want to do is break down some of these processes here. Let me hop on my other screen here because I've got another link I want to show you about all the services that are actually automated as well. So let me see, the slide is held up here. Let me see. Yeah, that may be it. All right, so if you go in here to SimpleGrowthUpsells.com, we've got the information here as well. But right now we've got about 50 services pre-built in an upsell manner. And so basically there's pre-written vanilla content in there for you. And that pre-written vanilla content is service specific. So like I said, we've got about 50 of these built out for the industry specifically, for lawn care and home cleaning, pest control, window wash, pressure. So the idea is if you want to do something like this, it comes up, we customize it to your market and the timing, and it comes with pre-built content. So normally, like I said, this is a $1,500 setup. We're going to give it to you and save $200. Option number 1, 5 installments of $249 for the setup fee and $99 support and update fees. Or if you want to pay it in all one chunk, it is $12.97 for the one-time setup fee and $99 a month for support and updates. So obviously, hopefully the content was good. But if you go to the website here, sgupsells.com, that is going to be where you can find that special time offer for this monthly business builder that we're doing. So it's sgupsells.com. And when you click that, you've got the option to spread the payment over 5 months or pay it all up at once. But what we're doing here is a special offer for the Facebook Live Business Builder Training. In addition, if you are a sales level 3 automation, please hit us up and on that checkout page and sign up for a free audit. We want to, at no extra cost, go through and audit your upsells for this fall season. And if you're using our service automations at no extra charge, we'll get you up to 5 upsells in your Simple Growth automations at no extra charge. So we believe in these automations and the upsell automations so much that we want to continue to provide value to our existing client base of sales level 3 that utilizes the service automation. So if you are a Simple Growth client and you don't have upsells yet in your process, grab a time for us. We want to give you a free audit, and at no extra charge, we'll give you those 5 upsells for sales level 3 clients. If you want to add additional 5, this is a great deal. And just get this in your pipeline. So idea here is if you are looking to do this, I'll type it in the comments, www.sgupsells.com, and you can sign up, and somebody from the Simple Growth team will be contacting you tomorrow or Friday to get you up and running. But it's a personalized call. We go in, we talk, we take care of the market specific timing and customize it right down to your market. So comments, questions, drop them below. Happy to answer them live here on the screen. But you want to check it out, sgupsells.com for the special. Save $200 and 5 automated upsells, complete setup and testing by Simple Growth with training, and 5 easy payments with no interest of $249.50. So comments or questions, drop them below. I'm going to hang out here for the next 5-10 minutes to answer any questions they may have on the live stream. And this special is going to be around here for about 24 hours where we shut down that special landing page before it goes back up to the normal $1,500 price for the setup. So just hanging out, want to say what's up to Chap Gary, John Domini, as always. Appreciate you watching the videos, Lisa, and everybody else watching. So once again, sgupsells.com for the special offer of adding an additional 5 upsells or your first 5 upsells for timing. And what we're finding is anywhere from 60 to 80 estimate requests usually in the first transaction. If you're similar to Jeremy Guevara, who knows, maybe you'll have 200 estimate requests over about a 1.5 to 2 week period. And that's really not uncommon. So we want to go in and see if we can't raise that client lifetime value by 75% or 100% and double it going into the later parts of the year for success. So if not anything else, hopefully the content prior to this was helpful. But as always, if you're going to spend some time with me on a Wednesday night, mid-month, and a business builder webinar, we want to make some kind of special offer because I know your time is valuable to be hanging out in the middle of the night watching these Facebook Lives here. So I'm going to leave it open for another minute or two and then shut it down. John Domini, we do 2x per week of these, and we have great results, not to slow down sales. So yeah, John is definitely a star customer of ours that has definitely pushed the limits of doubling and tripling client lifetime value. So if you're looking to take a card out of somebody's success page, just like John, I can pretty much guarantee you will not be dissatisfied with the Simple Growth upsells and the way they go in and can systematically go in. And the best part is, like, in the fall or the spring, when you're too busy to remember, you set the date and time and it just works and it hits it. So just like Krista said in hers, I forgot it was going out and I got hit with 8 or 9 estimates when I woke up in the morning. Not a bad surprise. So those are the things that we're really looking at here to build success. So sgupsells.com, it's going to take you to this landing page here, quick video overviewing it, and option 1 and 2. So no payment plan over 5 months, no interest, or pay up front. Go in, hit sign up, and easy as that. You fill this out, put your information in, and the Simple Growth team will be in contact with you in the next 24 to 48 hours to get you set up, trained, and ready to go. So look forward to hopping on the phone with a few of you in the next few days with your upsells, getting them set up. And if you're willing to share your success stories, hopefully you can share them on the next year's Upsell Business Builder Strategy webinar on Facebook Live. So just about to wrap it up. I'm going to go upstairs and help my wife get the kids to sleep. But it has been a good time once a month. So middle of next month here, we're going to be diving into conversational marketing once again with bots and upsells and all the new things that have come up with bots. So if you haven't checked out our Facebook estimator bot, highly recommend doing that as well, because it is been a game changer. But the main thing here is it's time to do upsells. Let's get those upsells in play, whether you're doing it with us or yourself. Hopefully that was helpful. And just as a quick thing here, if we've got anybody using our Facebook Messenger bots or even thinking about using them, I'm going to kind of hop in real quick and pull up the SimpleGrowth page to give you an idea without showing one of our clients' pages here. But the idea here is Facebook Messenger bots that we built that tie into Zillow to do property-specific pricing for lawn care and home cleaning. That bot now literally pops up in the corner. And let me see if I can move the screen so you can actually see it. So if you're looking at the SimpleGrowth page here, that little messenger bot pops up. You can continue as the logged in user in Facebook, or you can continue as a guest. So this is really cool. Now this is a standalone bot that doesn't have to, or doesn't require you to be a member or a Facebook user. And it's fully automated. So I can go into demos and it's fully automated, and we tie into Zillow. And we go into multiple platforms. So right now we are fully integrated as a contact sync for Service Autopilot, Service Monster, Jobber, ZenMaid, and a handful of others. But you can go in and Jen and the bot team builds these out custom. But they're industry specific with pricing, and they will completely go through an automated sales funnel. So that's going to be one of the topics for next month's Business Builder as well, if you're wondering what we're up to. But right now, today, upsells, upsells, upsells. That's what we need to be doing, what we should be doing. Let's raise that client lifetime value. Go check it out, this special here for the next 24 hours or so, www.sgupsells.com. And that will take you to the private landing page. It'll be up for about 24 hours for everything we just talked about in the Business Builder webinar here on Facebook Live. So comments, questions, drop them below. I will keep an eye on this for the next, say, 24 hours. And look forward to hopefully talking to you in person. If you end up signing up for the Service Autopilot, or I'm sorry, the SimpleGrowth upsell package. And then in addition to that, if you're a sales level 3 client, reach out to us. We definitely want to get you on a free audit to make sure you're utilizing, getting the most out of your automations and upsells for this season. And if you're sales level 3, if you don't have 5 upsells, we would replace those service automations with those upsells for an even greater return on value for you. Just like Jeremy and everybody else crushing it out with those estimates coming through. So we'll see you again tomorrow on Callahan's Corner, where you ask questions and we answer them live right here on Facebook.